The drama surrounding this fight was never supposed to end like this. It began with ceremony, respect, and expectation. 50,000 voices filled Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. The kind of crowd that doesn't just watch a fight, but lives inside it.
Which he's not doing. Good shots by Jeff Horn there. He's having some good...
Under the bright lights stood Manny Pacquiao, a living legend, an 11-time world champion. A man who had conquered generations of fighters and rewritten boxing history.
Nothing that's intimidating. Jeff Horn, he puts the pressure on...
Across from him stood Jeff Horn, younger, bigger, stronger, and still searching for his place in the sport.
That left hand got him, eh?
That thudded home.
On paper, this was meant to be another chapter in Pacquiao's long reign. In reality, it became one of the most controversial and emotionally charged fights of his career.
Oh. Nice feint, and Jeff walked right on with a straight right.
From the opening bell, it was clear this wouldn't follow the usual script. Horn didn't show the hesitation of a challenger facing a legend.
Jeff comes over with that right hand and blasts.
Clubbing over on Pacquiao's shot.
He charged forward, throwing himself into Pacquiao's space, refusing to give him the comfort of rhythm or distance.
His life.
Yes, he is, and that's what he needs to do.
Pacquiao smiled early, almost amused, as if testing the waters, but the smile didn't last long. Horn's pressure was relentless. He muscled Manny backward, landed hard body shots, and bullied him on the inside.
Mark Nelson right. Jeff bounces left, bounces right.
This wasn't a respectful sparring partner. This was a man trying to take something. Pacquiao tried to settle in, using his speed and angles, flicking the jab, looking for openings with the left hand.
Jeff got hit and rocked. That one set his legs down.
But Horn kept coming. He absorbed shots and returned fire, landing clean rights. That snapped Pacquiao's head back and forced the crowd into stunned silence.
What he's been doing is he crashes with the body. Oh. Nice uppercut!
The legend was being tested in ways few expected. The early rounds belonged to Horn, not because Pacquiao wasn't landing, but because Horn simply refused to slow down. He made it ugly. He made it physical. And he made Pacquiao uncomfortable. As
The best starter to a round he's had so far, but tenacious as Horn is,
the fight progressed, the pace only intensified. Horn's face began to show damage, a cut opening near his eye, blood trickling down his cheek, but it didn't change his approach. If anything, it seemed to fuel him. He continued walking Pacquiao down, digging to the body, throwing awkward combinations, using his size to lean, push, and drain the older fighter's energy. Pacquiao, usually the aggressor in most of his fights, found himself being outworked, outmuscled, and often beaten to the punch. There were moments when Pacquiao reminded everyone exactly who he was. Sudden bursts of speed, sharp counters, left, hands that landed clean and made Horn's legs wobble.
Just when you think that Manny might be in trouble.
Pacquiao found his timing and unleashed a furious assault that nearly ended the fight. Horn was rocked, staggering backward, desperately holding on as Pacquiao poured on pressure. For a brief stretch, it felt inevitable. The legend was about to do what he had done so many times before, drag his opponent into deep water and drown him there. But Horn didn't go. He survived. He clung to Pacquiao, absorbed punishment, and somehow stayed upright. And when the storm passed, he returned to doing what had brought him this far. He kept pressing forward. He kept throwing. He kept forcing Pacquiao to fight at a pace that drained him physically and mentally. By the championship rounds, both men were exhausted. Sweat soaked the canvas. Blood streaked down faces. The crowd roared with every exchange. Pacquiao still landed the cleaner, sharper punches, but Horn was throwing more, moving more, and never allowing Pacquiao to settle.
Horn a little bit.
he plants. He's very fatigued. You can see it. His
Horn met him with volume, awkward angles, and physicality. His final round felt like two wills colliding. Pacquiao surged forward, desperate to leave no doubt, firing combinations, landing big left hands that rocked Horn's head back.
That's the bell. That's a...
Neither man quit. Neither man slowed. When the final bell rang, both fighters stood in the center of the ring, breathing heavily, knowing they had just survived something extraordinary. Then came the moment that would echo through boxing for years. The scorecards were read. The crowd held its breath. And when Jeff Horn was announced as the winner by unanimous decision, the stadium exploded. Pacquiao stood still, expression unreadable. Horn raised his arms, overwhelmed, having just done what few believed possible.
He has, mate. He has. He can smell
Jeff is certainly fatigued, but so is Manny.
This is where Jeff wants.
To some, it was a robbery. To others, it was a passing of the torch. But no matter where you stood, one thing was undeniable. This was not a fluke. This was a war. A brutal, exhausting, emotional fight where a hungry challenger refused to be intimidated by a legend. And a legend was forced to confront the reality of time, pressure, and youth. Jeff Horn didn't win by being better. Technically, he won by being relentless, by refusing to give Manny Pacquiao the kind of fight he wanted, by turning a boxing match into a physical battle of wills. And Manny, even in defeat, reminded the world why his name still commands respect. He fought through fatigue, punishment, and adversity, and nearly turned the fight around when it mattered. This wasn't just a fight. It was a moment in boxing history where eras collided, where belief met reputation, where youth challenged legacy, and where, for one unforgettable night in Brisbane, the impossible became reality. So what do you think? Did Jeff Horn truly outwork the legend, or was Manny Pacquiao robbed of yet another victory? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy deep story-driven breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more unforgettable moments from the world of boxing.